What is up, guys? So today I'm going to be doing a full review of the Forex Flex EA. Now right now I'm on their homepage and I've been using this EA on a live account for a few weeks now. I'll show you my settings later on, but I've had this EA since about 2019 and I'm going to be going over some of the things that I think are really good with this EA and some of the things that you have to be careful about. So this right here on the main page says #1 performing EA 7 years running. So on one of these accounts here, this is on their homepage, I'm going to take a look. Global DE TDI slope H1. Now it says that it trades all major currency pairs and is highly customizable to your needs, plug and play. So it's saying that you don't have to change anything. And it says it uses optimized trading settings. So we can actually verify this by looking at the MyFX book and look at the results. So it looks like it's been running for about 3 years now. It looks like it has about 370% gain or about 4% monthly, and it looks pretty good. This looks like a really good EA. Now, one of the things that you'll see here is it says that it uses a custom start date. So that means that they've actually changed the starting date of this EA. So if you want it to go, you can click all, and this EA actually started in 2018. And when we click analyze, we see that this EA actually blew up, right? We started off at a 20K account or a 10K account, and we actually got up to about 26,000. So it actually doubled the money before then just going to zero. And now it looks like we're going back up and up and up. And I imagine these big spikes are going to be just, deposits, extra deposits in the account, right? And there you go. Right, so you had a big drop here, and then it looks like it was just steady going up, and it looks like it's kind of just back to normal where it was 3 years ago. So it kind of just all evened out at the end. But if you actually look and see through the history why that actually happened, you can go into the gain and see that it had a 93% loss, and it only took a few hours to get that done. So literally within just a few hours, the entire account blew up. And you don't really have to imagine why. You look at all of these lot sizes for a $20,000, $15,000 account, these are some massive lot sizes, right? You're trading, almost a standard lot here. This was also trading at the same time. That's another standard lot. This is almost another standard lot. And this is another one here. It's about a quarter of a standard lot or about 25 mini lots. So you can see that there are a lot of trades and some really high trades being placed here. And that's why it actually blew up. Now, if you were to look at the profit, you can see, okay, well, there's some really good profits. There's some 30%, some 20%, some 10%. But as you continue going through these results, you'll notice that most of these profits are actually really, really small wins. So now we see, okay, we're getting into the 1% here, more than 1.5%, more 1%, more 1%, more 1%, more 1%. So all of these pages here, there's pages and pages of 1% gains, which has been pretty much null and void by those really big losses. And that's one of the challenges that you are going to face if you do decide to martingale. Now this is my EA. Now one of the things that I really like about it is this news indicator right here. I can put a news indicator up and I can prevent myself from entering or exiting during major news events. I can exit beforehand. And as you can see, there are a ton of settings here. Right here, you have your risk management, you have your trailing stop loss, your take profit level. You have some different indicators. It's used stochastics and TDIs and RSI and candles and Bollinger Bands. I think they also added MACD as well. You can do what time if you want to, trade with the trend or reverse. One of the things that I really like doing is the max charts here. So you'll notice that I've set my max charts to 1. This is to make sure that I only have a maximum of 5 trades going at any time. The standard to this, by the way, is 5 charts. And in my opinion, that's where people get into trouble. If you have, let's say, 5 charts and you're martingaling, that means that you can have up to 25 trades being placed. And you kind of have to think, well, if you're on a $5,000, $10,000, or even $20,000 account, are you going to be able to withstand having 15, 20, potentially even 25 trades at one time? Probably not. So when I set my trades to one chart and I use the lowest risk settings, what I'm saying is, okay, even if I have 4 or 5 trades going on at one time on a $5,000 account, I should be doing okay. Use the default, you can use trend surfer, you can scalp, you can do grid trading, shotgun, whatever. And I've used ADR dynamic just because I like using the ADR to calculate my trailing stop loss and whatnot. It uses virtual trading as well, which the problem with virtual trading is that you can't actually backtest it. So that's actually one of the things that Forex Flex really, kind of boasts about, is it uses virtual trades right here. So it says Flex will open virtual trades in the background, using them to constantly monitor the market to help determine the absolute perfect entry point, at which point Flex will start its automated trading, opening and closing real trades automatically. Now, in terms of, the perfect entry point, I don't really believe in this at all. It's very hard to test this out because you can't actually backtest virtual trading. So backtesting this EA is almost useless because you can't backtest the virtual trades. You can't backtest the news indicator. So it's really tough to backtest this EA. The only thing backtesting will really get you is to see if the EA is actually running the way it should be and it's actually placing trades. Of course, there's thousands and thousands of replies to all of these different forums. I've been active. I used to be active very much so back in 2019, 2020 in my beginning years of trading. Now, not as much so. I've kind of realized that most people who are on these forums are trying to figure out ways to get rich quick. They're looking and seeing, how do I make 10%, 20% month over month? And that's not really what trading is about. Trading should be about just consistently improving your trading strategy and being able to have some profit level at the end of the year. If you're able to profit even just 1 or 2% a month, you're doing relatively good compared to many other traders. And that's kind of where my strategy comes into. So as you can see here, my account history, in total, I've made about $200 here, and I've been trading for about 2 months here. So I've been trading 2 months, $200, and my account started at $2,000, but now it's $5,000. But on average, I've made about 5%, I guess, in the last 2 months. So 6%, maybe about 2-3% a month. So it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But it's not something that's gonna, 2-3% a month, especially on a small account like $5,000. It's not gonna do a whole lot with you. So I would highly recommend to stay away from all of these, big, wins, and not necessarily stay away from big wins, but just try not to get sucked in from these big results that are being promoted here. They do have a support as well. I think there's a single guy, his name is Steve, and he does the support. It looks like there's some moderators on the actual forum itself, but if you have any questions, you can always reach out to them as well. If you look at the reviews on a website like Forex Peace Army, the reviews are actually quite good. One of the ones here, they've used it for over a year. They have a $5,000 account. Starting size is 5 micro lots, and they make 2 to 5%. So, they've only used it for a bit over a year, but this is kind of my point. If you have a $5,000 account, just trade really small. If you think that you're going to be able to trade with just a few $100, I really don't think it's going to work out for you, especially if your lot size is relatively high. There are going to be some things that you can do as well. Some people have even passed a prop fund challenge with it, such as FTMO. So you can also licenses that you can get to. Now, I only had this one here, which is the basic MT4 Flex. You can also get MT5, which it says sold out, but I hardly believe this is true, considering how this one is also there. So I think what they're really trying to get you to do is not pay attention to this MT5 one here and pay more attention to this. I think this is just an upselling target or a tactic that they're using so that you have, multiple EAs. You can run it on multiple accounts. If you were really truly to start this EA I would only just recommend doing it for MT4 unless you really want to try it out on an FTMO. I would just strongly recommend starting with what I did, which is just one license, see how you like it, and if you want to upgrade, you can always upgrade your licenses as well. So in general, I would say that Forex Flex EA is better than many other martingaling EAs. There are definitely some benefits of using this, such as the trailing stop loss, news events, all that kind of stuff. I would recommend this EA over other martingaling EAs, but that being said, if you are to use this EA, please use this on a proper size account and keep your lot sizes small. Do not trade on too many currency pairs. I've only really adjusted the risk management. I didn't do anything in terms of the entries or the exits. I kind of kept that to what it is. The EA itself trades well. I get trades pretty much on a daily basis, which is kind of what I like to see. And I'm only trading small lots. So even if I was to get 3, 4, 5 trades in, my account would get small drawdown, but I wouldn't get at a risk of being stopped out. So that's going to be the end of this review here. If you guys enjoyed, let me know in the comments below. If you have any questions, you can ask me. You can ask Steve from Forex Flex. I have no affiliation to Forex Flex EA. I was not paid to do this review. I was not, contacted to do a review for you guys. This is just my experience and what I personally find comfortable with this EA, and I gave you my honest review. So, as always, have a great day and talk to you guys soon.